white person would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle, and if it is for the first time you're coming across my video, kindly consider subscribing, consider leaving your opinions on the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this video after you have watched. So guys, in today's clip we're going to see and we're going to watch the reasons why white people are raged, why white people are furious, and why white people are afraid that black people are taking over white. They are expressing what they really find interesting. They are telling us what is really making them feel that way. So let's watch the video and come back for more opinions.
White rage is not about visible violence, but white rage is subtle. It is corrosive. It operates through the state legislatures, through Congress, through the judiciary, through school boards. It cloaks itself in legalities. Because it's so quiet, it's so subtle, you don't see. And so I set out to blow graphite onto that fingerprint, to be able to trace white rage throughout time to 2016. And one of the things that became clear to me as I started thinking through how white rage works, it became clear to me that the presence of black people was not the trigger for white rage. It is the presence of black people with ambition. The presence of black people with drive. The presence of black people with aspirations. The presence of black people who achieve. It's the presence of black people who refuse to accept their subjugation. The presence of black people who demand their rights. That's the trigger for white rage. And this society has therefore punished black resilience and black resolve.
Y'all be getting tired of me talking about stuff like this, and y'all be thinking like I'm OD and I'm just dragging it, but I promise y'all I'm not. The example, the story time I'm finna give y'all is literally the reason why I be saying stuff I be saying. If the shoe fits, then wear a Cinderella. If not, keep scrolling. Don't be coming to my comments talking about some, well, not all, babes. Yeah, majority, but not all. Y'all be thinking I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women, literally, they do not like seeing a black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good. I'm friends, she's black, with a girl who runs track, and I was spending some time with her, like, you know, talking with her. I talked to her in a minute. I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to her, and she's telling me about this teammate who's also her roommate. She's white. She started telling me about the passive and microaggressive behavior that her teammate would show her during practice and in her dorm room. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Explain. She told me about a situation where, like, every day at practice, she beats her. Her times are always faster than hers. Like, you know, she overpasses her in everything she does. She said she would look at her white teammate whenever they would get done running and ask her if she's good, if she's okay, because she'd be huffing and puffing and breathing hard like she ain't took a breath in hours. And she said the white girl would just like side eye her, give her a dirty look, or just won't say nothing. Then she said there was this one time when they were in practice and they were doing time trials and they were running and whatnot, and she ended up beating her. My friend, the black girl, she's not the fastest on her team. There's maybe like a few people that's faster than her by a little bit, but she's like top 3, top 5. And the people that's faster than her, maybe by like a little bit, are not black, but still. There was one day in practice they were doing the time trials, and after everybody got done running, her roommate, the white girl, starts crying, and people start surrounding her, asking her what's wrong, and her teammate looks at her, not the other girls that's faster than her. She looks at my friend, the black girl, and goes, she can't be better than me. She can't be better. She can't be faster than me. Like, white women do not like seeing black women surpass them. Like, I kid y'all, I'm not making this up. I looked at my fan, because we over the phone. I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, she said that out loud, or did she say that to you, or did you just hear it around the grapevine? She said no, she said that out loud. That's what she told the people that was checking on her, that was asking about her. She was like, she said it out loud. She said she cannot be better than me. She cannot be faster than me. Mind you, my friend, the black girl, is not the fastest on the team. She's top 5, but she is not the top fastest. Top fastest are not even black. But it's like she picked my friend out and was like, oh, she can't be better than me. She can't be faster than me. Do y'all see what I'm like? Do y'all see what I'm talking about though? Like, do y'all see what I mean? It's like I was having a conversation with my best friend like a week ago, and we got a kind of like a mini argument about this because he was trying to say, well, Shay, not all white people are bad, not all white girls are bad. And I said, I'm not saying every white person is bad. You got to read the fruits of their spirits first. I was explaining to him, bro, a lot of these white people will smile and kiki in your face, because I think I've seen videos and I've met her teammate before. She's really sweet, super nice. But I was like, a lot of these white women will smile and kiki and haha in your face. A lot of these white people will smile and kiki and haha in your face. But when you're not around, you're having conversations with their families about how they feel about black people, how they feel about people of color. Low key, they be hiding, you know, envy in their heart. They be in these one-sided competitions with you. My friend was literally telling me that there's times where she would do things and say things and try to pick fights with her, and you could tell that she's doing it just to get a reaction out of her. That's what I'm not saying all white people are bad. I'm not saying all white women are bad. I am not. You know, I can read the fruits of the spirit of someone, and I can tell if they're like, you know, a genuine person or not. A lot of y'all, when you're dealing with white people, especially as a black woman, when you're dealing with white women, this is a tick for tack game. And I promise you I win every time. This is a tick for tack game with them. You gotta have strategy when dealing with them. I told my friend, I said, you need to make sure you're praying over yourself. I said, you need to make sure you keep yourself prayed over, watch your back and whatnot, because to be around someone like that is dangerous. So it's very obvious that she's envious of you. It's very obvious that she's in this one-sided beef with you. And I said, anything that she can do to trip you up, get you in trouble, do anything to screw you up, she's going to do it. And then play victim and act like she ain't do nothing. I said, you need to be careful. This is what I be talking about. Like, I know y'all be thinking, oh, Shay's dramatic, Shay's just so super pro-black. No, like, these are real life situations that people are going through. It's a dangerous position to be in. Like, I don't.
Man, I tell you what, nothing makes racist white people more pissed off than me, a white person, trying to educate about racism and trying to educate about what white privilege is and all these things. And it's so funny because these same people will argue with me till they are blue in the face about how they're not racist and we don't live in a racist institution and black and brown people have it so easy and racism doesn't exist anymore. But then they will turn around and say the most racist, ignorant, vile shit you've ever heard in your life. The disconnect is amazing. And this is why I make content like this, because it's so important, because we do live in a racist institution and we are all raised in racism as white people. This is simply a fact. And the crazy part about it is every one of us knows this. Even the ones who will sit there and fight with me to the death about it and act like it doesn't exist. Y'all know white people are racist. Y'all know about the casual racism, the casual microaggressions that we are raised in, no matter where we live in this United States of America. And this is why I will never stop. I will never stop trying to educate as a white person about racism and how we need to learn. We need to evolve. We need to do better. It's almost as if they feel like admitting to a racist institution or admitting to racism makes them this evil, terrible person. And so they would rather double down than to grow and be a good person. And that's so bad, because all that says to me is that you have a small mind and a cowardly soul. And I wish better for you than that, truly, because everything in your life will get better when you stop being so ignorant.
Black people, we got to stop moving out of the way for white people. And I'm not saying, let me tell you what I mean. I was walking on the sidewalk yesterday, and I think we get really used to like, oh, if two people are coming on the sidewalk, I'm going to just step out the way. I don't know if that's just built into our DNA to let the white person pass. I don't know. Yesterday, I said, I ain't moving. I'm not moving. I'm sticking to my sidewalk where I've been walking the past 10 minutes. This white lady, she stopped, and they're like, are you going to move? No, I'm not moving. What you mean I'm going to move? You move. They so used to us just jumping out of the way for them, they don't know how to react when you don't do it. So I realized it really bothered her, and I'm going to continue not moving out of the way for them.
White people attempting to rebrand white rage by co-opting the term black fatigue as though it's a phenomenon they actually experience but only recently found the language to talk about is both dystopianly weird and tragically on brand. the copying, the whitewashing, the centering themselves by playing victim. But what's ironically telling about it is that the concept of racial battle fatigue is not new. It's been around for decades, and the term black fatigue has been used by black people for quite a while. Mary Frances Winters wrote a book that came out in 2020 titled Black Fatigue, and it describes the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion that black people experience because of systemic racism. Now, notice how black people didn't call that white fatigue, because the purpose is not to assign blame in order to justify bad behavior. It is called black fatigue because it is a harm that black people experience, and so their focus is on addressing and combating that harm. Whereas when white people talk about experiencing black fatigue, they are not talking about a harm that they experience because of black people or anybody else. They are literally telling on their own inability to live in society with black people. And that's not new either. That's a pathology that has existed for hundreds of years, but call it what it is, white rage.
It's crazy. Like, I don't understand what their school of thought is. Like, how can you just have hate in your heart for no reason? Like, I don't get it. Like, you want everyone to go back. It's not as simple as just go back to your country. We're born here. I'm born here. Like, listen to my accent. I was born around the corner, 10 minutes down the road. So where do you want me to go back to? This is home, Whips Cross. I live on St. James Street. So where do you want me to go back to? I don't get it. And if you look down your lineage, their grandparents probably came from, I don't know, maybe Germany or Scotland or Ireland or whatever. Maybe because they might be white or whatever, but it doesn't mean that you have a divine right to be here. And maybe the reason why some of our parents are here is because there's better opportunities here. Our countries were invaded years ago. Like, it's not a simple solution as just everyone go back. So we need to educate them.
White people, we have a question that we want to know, white people. Do y'all get cold? I'm convinced that white people don't get cold the same way how black people get cold. This morning, it was 19 degrees. And tell me why I saw this white man in my neighborhood jogging. And jogging in shorts, okay? The man was jogging in shorts and a thin sweatshirt. I wanted to say, sir, are you trying to die? Are you trying to get hypothermia, the flu, or cold? Are you part snowman? Because it is cold. And also, too, it's been numerous times that I witnessed this with white people. It's not the first time. In fact, I just saw a white woman power walking with her dog in Lululemon pom-pom shorts. Miss, isn't your pom-pom cold? Isn't your pom-pom cold? You're gonna get frostbite in your pom-pom. It is 29 degrees right now. But all jokes aside, white people, I seriously want to know, do y'all get cold? Because right now, I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm gonna like it.
Welcome guys once again. I hope you have all watched the whole clip, and let's dive into our conversation. And it often ties, the white people are often tied to deep social, political, and cultural shifts. Many of the reaction and the anger are rooted in history, power, and identity. And some of the key reasons are like loss of historical dominance. For centuries, white population, especially in the West, held the majority of political, economic, and cultural power. The demographic shift, exemplarizing Black, Latinos, and Asian population in the US and Europe, that makes some white feel like their dominance is slipping away. The idea of becoming a minority sparks fear of reversal, that they will be treated the way marginalized groups were treated. Number 2, changing demographics. Census data shows white population shrinking in percentage, particularly in the US and in Europe. This demographic change is sometimes called the Great Replacement Theory, a conspiracy that non-white groups are deliberately replacing whites. Even in unfolded, the belief fuels anger, fear, and hostility. Number 3, loss of cultural monopoly. Media, fashion, music, sports, and politics voices increasingly highlight non-whites. Some whites perceive this as their culture being diluted or overshadowed. For example, seeing more interracial relationship or Black excellence in sport or entertainment can feel threatening to a group used to being centered. Economic competition. White workers, especially from poorer or rural backgrounds, sometimes feel jobs, housing, and government support are being taken by immigrants or minorities. This economic anxiety gets channeled into racial resentment. Erosion of racial privilege. As policies push of diversity, equity, and inclusion, many whites feel they are losing opportunities. Things once reserved for them, good schools, prestigious jobs, leadership roles, and are now more accessible to others. Even though equity doesn't make a way right, the loss of an earned advantage can feel like oppression. Political power shift. The rise of black leaders like Obama, Kamala Harris, Latinos, and Asians are progressive movement signals a shift in political influence. Right-wing movements often capitalize on white fear of losing the country. Fear of accountability. As history of slavery, colonization, segregation, and systemic racism becomes openly discussed, some whites feel blamed or ashamed. Fear of being called racist or held accountable for privilege triggers defensive and anger. Identity crisis. Many white people tie their identity to superiority, dominance, and tradition. When society challenges that, it can feel like a loss of themselves. This creates rage, denial, and resistance to change. The rage often comes from fear of losing dominance, fear of becoming the other, and fear of accountability, what feels like losing control. So guys, let me see your comments, your thoughts, your opinions on the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and if you want to be getting notified about this, consider subscribing. So guys, let's meet on our next video.